Might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go to...
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays, there's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Second and 15. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too over-ramped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 14. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make the play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll go with Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 21-0 our score after 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
You got nothing.
Looking to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Bandit. Bandit. 50.
2nd and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
319.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first.